When I was 4 years old, I was in the library and I came across a Shonen Jump magazine for the first time. I didn't know what manga was at the time, and so I was reading it like any other book. I eventually found out I was reading it the wrong way. I was supposed to read it from the other end. So I went to the other end, opened it up, and I still ended up reading the left page first before the right page. Um, um, I was four. I didn't know. Um, and I came across a story, this short story, about a boy with a demon fox trapped inside him. About a boy who was a demon fox, essentially. And he was sent to this other village in order to make a friend, and he makes a friend, and his life was just hell up to that point, and a lot of things could have connected with me when I was four. I was very impressionable. A lot of things could have connected with me, but of all the things that could have, that one stuck with me. Even to this day, it sticks with me. I remember that reading that chapter. I remember it. And 2 years later, here's 6-year-old Animanga Clandora in his first year of elementary school, and he heads into the school library, and there's a couple Shonen Jump magazines in there. I guess the teachers didn't realize it was for teenagers and young adults. Um, and oh, excuse me. So I ended up getting every single Shonen Jump magazine we had at the school, and I read through all of them. Read like the first like 7 or 8 chapters of Naruto, and I ended up missing like the first like 10 minutes of class because of it, because I was just lost in the world. I was lost in the book, and it was one of the first times I had felt like I had traveled to that world. Like opening that book allowed me to travel to a new world. And it's part of the reason why I became uh, such a big reader in later on in my life. And something about Naruto connected with me. He had no friends. Everybody hated him. Well, guess what? That's how my elementary school life was too. Yeah. Kids at my elementary school, they either hated me or feared me, or both. And I never I never started fights, but I sure as hell finished them. Um and I never really knew why I was so hated and feared. Um and yeah, I just felt a connection with Naruto. I felt a connection with him, and I don't really know how to explain it. It's like I was him. Like we were both two kindred spirits who had just lost everything, lost all hope, and yet we continue to fight, trying to find that hope and hold on to it and never let it go. And yeah, I continued to read throughout the course of Naruto, watching him go from the battle against Haku to his fight against Sasuke, from the fight against Deidara to the fight against Kaguya. Like, I saw him grow. I saw him fight. I saw him get stronger. I watched him grow up. It's like he's a brother. He feels like a brother, and I think he feels that way to a lot of the fans. He feels like a brother that they watched grow up. A brother that we ourselves grew up alongside. I remember when I first saw Sasuke, I could not stand him. Um, Hell, I didn't even like him during the Chunin exams. It was when him and Naruto fought for the first time um, on the rooftop that uh, I began to see Sasuke as this badass. And Naruto, obviously, I liked him from the get go. Gaara, I I honestly felt bad for after learning his backstory. Um, and I found myself hoping that him and Naruto would become friends. And Neji, he I hated him at first, but I eventually found myself hoping that him and Naruto would become friends. Um, the character that stuck out the most to me, aside from Naruto, had to have been Hinata. Um, and that's mainly because, like, she was the other part of me that I saw. Like, I'm a lot like Naruto. I'm a lot like Naruto. Um, but at the same time, when it comes to when it comes to people I liked, I would always freeze. I would always get incredibly nervous and shy, and my face would get incredibly red. I would not know what to do. And yeah, when she fought Neji, that was the turning point for me. That's when I knew I was a fan of Hinata. And I've been rooting for her ever since. Um, and seeing the Chunin exams, and then Itachi show up, and Orochimaru and whatnot. Learning the Rasengan, and just all this other stuff that went on throughout the original series. Uh, it's all good, and then when we get to Shippuden, everything just explodes. Everything explodes. Um, I liked the battle against Sasori. I thought it was the one time that Sakura actually looked really cool and badass.